line of scrimmage, Keith.
Anaya comes in motion to the near side. The handoff to the up back, Cieplenski again. He bounces around and finally gets away for a pickup of a couple yards. Brought down by Cieplenski. Steve O'Neill by the intended receiver there, Greer, and just got blown out of the play. Something they have to improve on.
Johnny Carter made the save there.
There's Cieplenski, something they have to improve on.
Johnny Carter made the save there.
There's Cieplenski tripping up Cieplenski again.
Okay, Cieplenski's made 2 nice plays up the middle, so that's about the only place where Vineland's be able to shut Absegami down here in the early going.
Side. Handoff goes to Holcomb again, and he gets across for the first down.
Again, Cieplenski and Adam Vinnick on the tackle there on the right side of the defensive line.
Minute mark here in the
one-on-one.
Handoff to Greer again.
Greer, 6'1", 180 pounds. Looks like he stopped by 77 John Cieplenski, and Cieplenski's been the main deterrent against the run. He's had 3 or 4. That would really put the icing on the cake here.
And John Cieplenski at the other tackle. On the pitch.
And Cieplenski.
And John Cieplenski at the other tackle. On the pitch.
And Cieplenski made the tackle again.
Greer was the ball carrier. Cieplenski is there, an awful 150-pound senior.
Looks a little groggy. He's heading the wrong huddle there, but he's circling. He's made a lot of hits to the up the middle.
Gargione hands off to the up back. Andrew Holcomb, the ball.
Tough to bring down.
Gargione keeps the ball himself. Quarterback keeper gets close to the 10-yard line.
And all the ingredients to be a real.
And is finally brought down by Vineland defender number 77, John Cieplenski.
Well, Davis is having quite a first 2 yards.
That's Spencer Barriento fighting for the yardage. Side, back inside, across the 30-yard line. He picks up the first down, still on his feet. 10, 5, and in for a... Bruffy back to pass. That pass was intended for Danny Russo. Gargione now the quarterback for Absegami. I formation behind him, the handoff to the up back. Cieplenski still on his feet, dances around, gets into the Vineland backfield, and finally pulled down, but not without picking up a first down.
Vinny Terenik on the tackle there, and this Cieplenski, he real pumper-upper, but Vineland just hasn't had a chance to do anything offensively today.
Quarterback Art Bruffy brings his team to the line of scrimmage. The handoff goes to speedy number 5, Donnie Maven, breaks into the backfield of Absegami and finally...
Backfield this game. So
Brandon Bell right there.
Brandon Bell made the initial hit and stood him up long enough for DeAndre Jones to come along and finish him off.
Looks like some spark in this defensive unit for Vineland. Defensive line out of guard and finally brought down inside the 35-yard line.
Southeast Boulevard and Elmer Street in Vineland, Wallace Supply.
Chris Bauer hands off to Musley again, comes right up the middle. Boy, what momentum he built up. Finally brought down to the ground at the 40-yard line by, among others, Art Baruffi, number 13 for the Fighting Clan.
Fly.
Chris Bauer hands off to Musley again, comes right up the middle, died for the Red Raiders. Hand off to number 27, that's Constantine. Constantine picks up, about 3 yards on the play. That brings up a third, the Red Raiders. Hand off to number 27.
For the first down.
Big play.
Rain on Thursday.
Actually, it was pretty good. I walked on it before. But Art Bruffy found that rough spot there.
I'm just wondering because if you remember the last Ocean City series, it was Constantine with
Thunderbolts. Finger goes in motion. The handoff again.
Green holds off.
Power. The handoff again to Green. Green dances his way, picking his spots very carefully. John Cieplenski and Brandon Bell in on the tackle for the Fighting Clan.
You know, what Millville's done very well in this series is sent.
The handoff again to Green. Green dances his way, picking his spots very carefully. John Brandon Bell in on the tackle for the Fighting Clan.
We're going to start calling him Joe Fafadone. If he doesn't get in there on the right time, we'll turn his number around, make him...
Adam has been a steady, consistent performer. Cephas out there in the defensive backfield for the Fighting Clan. Handoff again goes to Green.